What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today, BCH USD. It is the 21st day of August, and here we are at $285 with roughly 8.5 hours left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe. Shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon. We are riding the green dragon today, guys. And this, again, is happening exactly how I expected it would, how I'm sure a lot of us expected it would, moving up at a very fast pace. We moved down at a fast pace. We're going to move up at a fast pace. And yesterday we actually drew a very strong conclusion that this move will take us all the way up. Hold on, man. I need to get rid of that. There we go. All the way up to something above $400. I think that we are going to go there. Now, it might not just be one fell swoop. Maybe it is just like this. It's just one fell swoop. This is a giant BART, maybe. Maybe you find a little bit of turbulence here, and then you continue to move up, and it takes longer, and it could be the end of this year or early 2027 before we go there. But I think that we are en route to getting up here, and likely from there we will continue to build and see new all-time highs. My personal theory is that this move up will be faster than the move down, and clearly at this point, I think it's fair to say that we've started this move. So here we are, week one, up 40% this week. Beautiful, nice to see, good recovery. 40% this week. And we moved down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. So I would think in less than 6 weeks from now, we will be back above $400, 411 to 453. That's my expectation. We could even be above $500 within the next few weeks. Who knows? And this again, this took 7 weeks. I wouldn't be surprised if this took 3 weeks. I wouldn't be surprised if we moved up at a very fast rate. There's a lot of accumulation that happened here. All this volume, which is the most volume we saw since the beginning of 2025. And in a concentrated amount, is probably the most volume we saw since like the end of December there, or the end of 2024. A lot of that volume happened not as we were dropping, but at these low points here. A lot of that volume did. And now we're seeing the most volume that we've seen in over a month on this week, and this is when we're pumping up. So tremendous stuff here going on. We love to see it. Let's get into the 1 hour time frame. Man, riding the green dragon's fun. Getting a lot of volume coming in here on the 1 hour, looking beautiful, looking fierce, man, to say the least. You do have a little bit of bearish divergence. Volume's dying off, kind of a little bit. We could find some turbulence here. That might be dependent on Bitcoin and the rest of the market as well. 4 hour looks great. Daily looks great. I mean, this is just the beginning, right? Clearly what's happened here is you sold off. A lot of volume came in at these levels here, right? Accumulation happened. There's accumulation over this time, and now we're breaking out. We've just started breaking out. Today is the beginning day of the breakout. Whenever you consolidate, we've been consolidating now since June, the beginning of June. Whenever you consolidate for multiple months, do you think that the day you break out is the end of the move? Probably not. No. Probably not. No. It's probably the beginning of the move, just the beginning. So we're beginning. We are beginning right now, and that's wonderful to see. Again, looking at this on a weekly time frame, taking the relative high here to the relative low, my expectation would at least be that we go above $300, right? The 382, and then maybe find some turbulence there. If we're not moving up in a fast dynamic, we're just moving up kind of slow, taking our time, that's fine too. We can see stair stepping, and maybe again it's later this year or early 2027 that we get up to $400. It could be a slower approach, but already up 39%. Any of these weeks here, none of these weeks were negative 30% weeks. We're already moving up faster than we moved down, right? Already moving up faster. So that again is just a telltale sign that I think what we are predicting to happen is going to happen, that it's going to come true, that we are going to see this thing move at an exceptional rate to the upside. Absolutely exceptional. I'm sad. I'm a little bit sad because I thought we'd have a little bit more time to accumulate here. I didn't think that we would pop off exactly today. We were talking about popping off yesterday, but not today. We were thinking, maybe it's a couple weeks from now. Maybe there's more time. But man, I would have loved to buy some more Bitcoin Cash below $250. It is what it is. And the reality is, my friends, here at 285, Bitcoin Cash is insanely cheap. $285. It's insanely cheap. Here at $450, here at $700, Bitcoin Cash is just absurdly cheap. It's so cheap. So yeah, boo-hoo. It's up 36% this month. Could have bought the lows, could have bought more at the lows. Wish you could have, should have, whatever. It's still cheap at 285. As long as you can deal with some short-term volatility, because Bitcoin Cash is volatile, it happens. I think that everything will be fine, man. It's going to be tremendous. We could from here, like literally from here, we could drop 12%, 13%, find support, and then move back up. This thing is squirrely. It really can. So if you do experience any of that short-term volatility and you have some dry powder on the side, execute. But at the same time, I think it's time to FOMO. I very rarely am in a mood to FOMO. This is a perfect level to FOMO. I would have no problem FOMOing in to Bitcoin Cash at these levels. And if we're talking about moving up to $400, I mean that's another 40% move from here. We look at this from a high to a low. That golden ratio zone, yeah, it's about a 44% move. If we were to go a little bit higher, deeper into the golden ratio zone, that could be as much as like a 56% move. And if we went all the way through the 786, 886, we're talking about an 80% move or more, potentially 100% move. So, and then just thinking forward, finding resistance here. If we do find resistance in the golden ratio, like I'm forecasting for us to do, sure, we might pull back a little bit, find support somewhere else, whatever. But ultimately, you would move up to these levels. Ultimately, you would see higher prices. We've got much more than just 40% to 100% price range in mind, right? We've got larger things on the brain. We look at this on a monthly time frame from the all-time high to the all-time high to the all-time low using our Fibonacci retracement tool here. You hit that 236 for support, bounced right off of it. My expectation would be that not only do we see higher prices than we saw last bull cycle, but that we go and see new all-time highs altogether. That we inevitably will see a price that is somewhere between $13,000 and, yes, as high as $53.3 thousand. I favor that central line right there around 23K. I personally favor that. But if we take the measurement here percentage-wise and just see from $286.50 what that brings, that's anything from like a 45x to potentially a 186x, okay? 45x to a 186x potential with this coin, if not right in the sweet spot there where I think it's going to go about an 80x. Bitcoin Cash is my highest conviction play. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I believe the most in Bitcoin Cash. It's my largest position for that reason. I think tremendous things are going to happen with this thing. And I mean, again, I'm happy that it's moving up. It's awesome. I wish I bought more. I wish I had taken the opportunity to buy more here. I told my mom, I told my grandparents, I told my friends and family that this was the time to buy. And unfortunately, none of them really listened. And that's it happens. It happens. It's okay. They were all thinking that the price would move lower. I did say whenever it was down here, I did say that we'd have time. We'd probably have months to do this. Just it didn't happen. Nobody took the leap of faith in there, and now they have to buy at a premium. But that's okay. Again, even here, talking about 286, like it's so expensive, man. I mean, look at how desirable last cycle. Okay, last cycle. How much time did you spend up here? How great was this price for multiple years? You know what I mean? Like we're at a really good opportunity here. And you are at prior points of support, could find resistance here. Maybe you get a little volatility, you pull back, you find support at that prior resistance there. Seize the opportunity as it comes, but I'm putting on the green FOMO lights today, man. I mean, we are riding the green dragon hard right now, and I think, again, in a week or two or three at the most, we're going to be above $400. That's my expectation. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Buy some Bitcoin Cash. It's a great time to do so. You won't hear many people say that when you're up 36% in a day, but here we are. MA ribbon, I want to see this. Man, 10 days left in this month. If we can move up, you guys, we can move up closer to this ribbon, and then next month continue to rally. This ribbon, wow, guys, this is crazy. This is like last minute. If we can really get this ribbon to save itself from crossing red, that is such a bullish contraction. We contracted so hard last time, and then boom, pushed through last minute. We were down here, pushed through last minute. We rallied super hard, man. Went from like we did over 100% move there. Crazy stuff. And this right here, I think, would set us up to see new all-time highs. Mark my words, guys. The whole crypto space, if you're watching this video right now, you're watching the unraveling of something tremendous happening with Bitcoin Cash here, where the whole crypto space is going to literally be talking about this thing like they talked about Zcash, like they talked about Dogecoin in 2021, like they talked about Solana when it came out, like they talked about SWI, even though SWI sucked last cycle, like they were talking about AIOZ or all these random coins that they seemed like they had a lot going for them, but they really didn't. Bitcoin Cash the narrative of, is Bitcoin Cash the real Bitcoin? Is it actually better than Bitcoin? That narrative is about to come to life in the crypto space. And I say about to, it's not going to be today, it's not going to be tomorrow, but over the coming years, over like the next year to 3 years, it's going to be a very prominent topic of discussion. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm excited for the Bitcoin Cash podcast, man. I really think with what they're doing, they are going to have one of the larger channels in the space. They're going to get a lot of popularity, man, because of just how they do things. Like, I'm a TA guy. We have fun. We BS. We're not so fundamental. We don't talk about the developments and stuff like that, like of Bitcoin Cash too much. And that's fun. That's all exciting and stuff. But when people are trying to learn about Bitcoin Cash, they're going to go to the OGs who've been supporting it from day one. And I'm just excited for all my constituents, all my peers, all my friends to get the recognition they deserve, and to see that value appreciate that they deserve as well. Um, it all starts here, man. It really all starts here, and it's really exciting to see. I've got nothing else for you guys. Shout out to the Bitcoin Cash podcast. If you guys want to learn about Bitcoin Cash, do your own research. But if you want to learn some of the some stuff that's just way over my head, and it's not always way over my head. I can understand a good bit of it, and if you ever have questions, we have AI for that now as well. But the Bitcoin Cash podcast, man, they have some very interesting interviews. They're very good at what they do. Jeremy and Jet, they're awesome. They're really good guys, and they do a lot for the community as well. And so, just shout out to the Bitcoin Cash podcast. As always, much love to the Dragon Riders, to the House of the Dragon. I hope everybody is having fun. And if you are looking at this thinking, damn it, oh, now there goes my chance. I could have done it. I could have bought it, but nope, I didn't take the chance. It's just gone. Don't think like that, man. Look at Bitcoin Cash throughout its whole existence. Look at it from a high to a low, all-time high. You know where the 50% line is? It's right here. You're still buying below 40%, 382. You're buying on the lower half of Bitcoin Cash's whole existence and price range. You are buying at a very cheap level. The majority of time that Bitcoin Cash has spent in its life has been either here or higher, not here or lower. Okay, so you're actually at a really good price to buy. Do not look at this and think, man, I missed my chance. It feels like that. You're up 36% this month, right? We're up like how much on this day? 28%. It can feel like you've missed the boat. You have not missed the boat. The boat just started moving. You're like at the dock, and you're running toward the boat, and you're trying to jump on. Your friends are going to throw you a life vest if you want to get on. I don't know. It's a dragon, actually, and chasing dragons might not be a good thing. Let's make it something more friendly, like Appa from the Avatar. We're chasing Appa. His big fluffy tail, the flat landing pad of a tail he has. You're about to land on that. I don't know. If nobody gets my reference, don't worry about it. I'm just being silly here. But at the end of the day, all I'm trying to say is, even here, even up 28% today, this is a tremendous opportunity to buy right now. And if Bitcoin Cash does what I think it's capable of doing, here's the crazy thing, guys. 53K it ain't anything. I'm not going to curse. I said I wouldn't do it. I'm not going to do it. That ain't anything. Bitcoin Cash will see the same price as Bitcoin has seen. Bitcoin Cash has the potential to flip Bitcoin. I think it will in time. We're going to see millions of dollars in price. You wish that you bought Bitcoin at $285, don't you? Don't you? Well, here you go. Here's your chance. Think of it like that. I mean, we're talking about ridiculous growth here, guys. Ridiculous growth. Think about it. Really think about it, okay? We're in this war. We all are. We are all in this war right now. This financial warfare across the world. We all are right now. And everybody's looking for the next Bitcoin, whatever that might be, right? Oh man, if I invested in Bitcoin in 2009, 2010, if I just put $100 in there, I'd be rich. I'd be set for life. Man, if only I did that. Oh, if I didn't sell my Bitcoins, if I had a second chance. This is that second chance. There are nation states. Again, we're in financial warfare here, right? War has changed. It went from swords and arrows to guns and bombs to now it's financial. The guns and bombs is the theater. It's financial. Financial, that's where the power is held in the world, at least as far as I'm concerned. I think that's it. It all boils down to money. And the United States has positioned themselves to have a Bitcoin strategic reserve. As far as our government goes, we own more Bitcoin than any other government at least that I know of, in the world. The United States itself has more crypto participants per capita than any other country in the world, or maybe not per capita, but it is pretty high per capita, but also total population. I mean, most of the crypto in the world is held by the United States. Other countries, other nation states, other people in power, they're looking for something that'll put themselves and their people and their countries in power. What's going to help us get a leg up, right? If the United States has a strategic crypto reserve comprised of Bitcoin, XRP, Cardano, Solana, and Ethereum, which they do, there's going to be other nation states that are going to make their own why did that get so much darker? Their own crypto compilations as well, their own stockpile. They're going to look for something that they're not just going to copy the United States. Maybe they will on principle as like a hedge. They'll copy that basket of cryptos, but they're going to look for a separate basket or separate cryptos that could potentially outperform that basket, right? Like if you're a hedge fund manager or if you have ETFs, if you're creating a basket of stocks and you want to outcompete your direct competitors, you're going to not choose the same stocks they have. You're going to choose different stocks that are maybe similar or better than those stocks, right? And all I'm trying to say here is that with Bitcoin Cash, if you're trying to outperform the United States, the powerhouse of crypto in the world, if you're trying to outperform them, you're going to look for other coins. You're going to look for the next Bitcoin. And Bitcoin Cash, man, it's the writing's on the wall. Look it up. Look it up. Look up the writing. Type it in on your favorite AI bot. Type it in on Gemini, on ChatGPT, Claude, Grok, whatever. And here's your quote. If you had to compare, if you were comparing, we're going to restart the quote. If you were comparing Bitcoin, BTC, to Bitcoin Cash, BCH, which one would you say is closer to the Satoshi white paper? Which one adheres most to Satoshi's white paper? Every single one of them will tell you it's Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash acts and is closer and more resemblant to digital peer-to-peer electronic cash than Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is a store of value. Bitcoin Cash is a medium of electronic transaction. It's meant to be spent. And that has value. That has value. That value will transpire to the price. And if you're holding it, if you're using Bitcoin Cash as a store of value, that's cool. You'll see those gains being rewarded there as well. But Bitcoin Cash is better than Bitcoin ever could hope to be at this point. They got a lot of catch up to do, and they are calcified. They don't develop. They don't move quickly, right? I know that the BIP update going down, what was it, 1.0, I forget what it was, which one it was, but that proposal getting shut down and not working out, I know that's probably a reason why Bitcoin's pumping right now. But I think in time, this slow development, just kind of calcification of what the ecosystem is, I think that's going to hurt Bitcoin inevitably. It'll give reason and room for something like Bitcoin Cash to take the lead because it is true peer-to-peer electronic cash, what Satoshi originally envisioned. And Bitcoin, I think, will always be around, BTC. Even if Bitcoin Cash flips Bitcoin, Bitcoin's always going to have value because it has that store of value built into it. It's always going to have value. But I just think Bitcoin Cash is more poised to have more value. Anyways, and still be used as a means of a medium of transaction. Anyways, and Bitcoin will be used as a means of transaction as well. It already is, but I've made my points. I've said my things. I don't have anything else to say. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit the like button, subscribe. It's financial warfare. If you're trying to outperform your competitors, if you're anybody else in the world, like if you were China, if you were going to set up a strategic crypto reserve, are you going to put the same stuff that the United States has in your reserve? You're just going to try to outbid them and then pump their bags? No. You're going to form your own reserve. I think the sooner that nation states start forming reserves with Bitcoin Cash in it, the more ahead of anybody else they're going to be. MicroStrategy is successful because they were the first crypto reserve company, treasury company for Bitcoin. The first treasury company for Bitcoin Cash not only has potential to be as successful as MicroStrategy, but has the potential to be more. If you want to start a crypto reserve company, let me know. Let's get into business together. Because Bitcoin Cash, man, it really is. I mean, cheap for every we are like less than a cent to the dollar of what every Bitcoin is. We could outperform MSTR easily if we just load up the truck right now, man. Anyways, hit that like button, subscribe. Take care. Bye bye.